Well, second quarter. It's been a little bit of a ride. So Terry, start us off. What happened last quarter?
We actually had a great quarter. Um, Here we were sitting at the end of March, and we were kind of in the early stages of what was going on with the conflict, and people were concerned as we came out of March, and April started to kick off, and the markets really kind of rallied, and we had a good quarter. So year to date, through January 1st to Friday, we are up about 7.5% in the S&P 500. So year to date, it's been pretty good. I mean, the headlines always kind of reflect the worst of what's going on, and we see that little like a washing machine. One day it's up, one day it's down. It's kind of sloshing around a little bit, but um, all in all, we've been doing very well.
So we did have a lot of days that we reached all-time highs with the indexes.
Yeah,
And I think when we do reach those highs, or new highs, I should say, people are kind of like, okay, the market's going to go down, or what's our sell discipline, or they're just concerned,
sure.
that we've reached an all-time high and now we're at the top.
Yeah.
Anything to
Well, and
say?
and again, that's kind of the headline of the market. It's kind of taking that barometer. A lot of our stocks have always been at all-time highs and continue to do very well throughout the course of the year. So it's not necessarily a reason to sell. We do watch our portfolios, our stocks, and we make adjustments when necessary. If a stock seems to be underperforming compared to its peers in the group, or that sector is going to be going into a different era, then we might want to look at making some changes. But I think it's funny how we get a little nervous just because the market hits an all-time high. And if we step back 10, 15, 20 years, here we are on our anniversary of 250 years. If we could go back to a stock market starting then, we get a couple steps up the ladder, a couple steps down, but we're always moving forward. And I think that's where we need to say, okay, we can't get so worked up with the headlines. And I
Yeah.
think that's the sensationalism that the media likes to catch up with and follow. And it's great when they can say, oh, the market was up to all-time highs today, and a week later, oh, this is the biggest drop we've had in a year in the Dow today in a year. So that kind of sells the ads for ABC and NBC and CBS. So it's something that I think I understand people get worried and nervous about, but we keep an eye on it, and when we need to make adjustments, we make adjustments, and
Yeah,
you know,
and a reminder too, like, our flagship portfolio is made up of those three areas. You got growth, your value, your momentum,
yeah,
and sometimes one of our positions can kind of go from the momentum to the growth, or even to the value.
yeah,
So you want to touch a little bit upon that, and
yeah,
and
yeah.
when does it become a sell and not just a shift of what we're expecting for that stock to
Well,
perform?
kind of like I said, I think when it becomes a sell, or based on the research that we look at, that'll give us indicators if they think the stock's going to be a sell. A couple quarters of bad earnings, or if that industry is really kind of coming out of flavor. Like right now, kind of an area we've been staying away from for the last year has been like the home builders,
Yeah.
because of what's been going on with interest rates and a little softening in that market. But those again are going to come into more value stocks at some point that we're going to look at adding to that.
Yep.
A year or so ago, a company like Exxon and the oil companies were value companies. All of a sudden, they became momentum companies in the last 2 or 3 months because of what's gone on. And now the price of oil's come back down a bit. So still great companies, still going to be part of our portfolio. And that's why we diversify into different sectors and different stocks. So,
What are you looking at for this next quarter?
well, we've got some stocks that we keep on the radar screen that we're just looking to see where we're going to be. They've come down. A couple of them are technology companies that we like, and also just again, I think with the new Fed chairman that came in and had his first meeting a few weeks ago, Right now, they've kept interest rates the same, and there's been some talking about maybe raising rates over time.
Mm.
But I think with inflation coming back down and the price of oil coming back down, which is a huge indicator that lowers transportation costs, lowers food costs, and that type of sector, that I think over the next 6 to 9 months, we'll probably see rates start to be coming back down. I
Okay.
think that's where they want to see things. So for that reason, we might be looking at some of the home builder sectors. That's one of the areas on the radar screen. So we've got our feelers out there, and we just kind of be patient and let the markets come to us instead of chasing markets. So a lot of the hype has been in some of the new IPOs that just came out in the last couple of weeks, and we've got a lot of calls on that.
Yes, we
And the best
have.
thing to do has been patient on that,
Yes.
because that ran
Make,
up and now it's
mm,
coming back down a little bit. So we'll see that, and that's what we've seen in a lot of over history as IPOs. Is a lot of talk, momentum, a lot of excitement as they first come out, and everyone thinks, oh, if I don't get in now, I'm going to miss it forever. Well,
mm.
just because it's a good IPO and it's great technology, it doesn't make a profit. And that we're kind of looking at stocks that are going to make a profit and be sustainable, even though probably 5, 10 years from now, some of these companies are going to be great companies. And
Yeah.
we'll be looking at them to put in the portfolio maybe someday.
Yeah. I'm loving
So,
my new car.
yeah. Okay.
Well, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to give our office a call. And Terry's always available too if you'd like to talk to him directly.
Yeah.
So please call, and we wish you a great third quarter, great summer. Hopefully you're doing something exciting and traveling. I know we have clients all over, so the clients that are down here are traveling north, and our northern clients are going to the lake and enjoying
Enjoying
some
the
fresh
summer.
air in the summer. So have a great 4th of July. Hope you have some great family time planned, and we'll be in touch soon.
Great. Thank you.